This is Langy TV. My name is Bentley and this is the Midweek Roundup. Gus, this weekend we've got one plays two. Just quickly, what do you how are the boys? How are they going to train? How are they training for that?
Well, they're training hard, and obviously Caulfield Cobras have started the season very well. Like ourselves, there's only a point in it, so we know we're going down there to expect a very, very tough game. So they've done well. They got promoted last year, and they've got a very experienced coach in Mike Kupnik, who's been about, he knows the game. So we're in for a good game.
Also, you've got Kieran Kenny coming back as well.
Yeah, he flies back in tonight, so we'll need to just wait and see how he goes on Thursday night at training. Obviously see how everybody goes at training, because we've got a fair squad, and it's going to be again difficult to choose them from.
Well, you've got one less with Boris being out for this week. Was there any other injuries? How did Liam pull up after last week's hamstring?
Yeah, he's okay. It was just a precautionary more than anything else. But as I say, I always wait till Thursday. You know, you could pick a team tonight, and then Thursday after training you're saying, oh, such and such is not available, or injured or sick or something. So we leave it right up to the last minute to see. We've got a very, very strong side, very strong bench. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And as tonight, as you can probably see, we're playing Chelsea in a practice match, giving 4 or 5 of the boys who haven't really had 90 minutes, just to keep them, giving them game time. And Caleb, Nabil, Brandon, so Serge, Lewis Foster. So there's a few there, you know.
All right, then, Gus, all the best for the weekend. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Okay, Caleb, you've been away for two games, is it? Just tell us a little bit about your journey up to Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, well, we did the Kokoda track, where the Australians fought in the Kokoda campaign in World War II, and just a phenomenal trip. So Dad wanted to do it for his 60th. So Dad, my brother and I did it together, and it was an 8-day trek, about 100 kilometres in 8 days, up and down mountains, about 10 hours of walking a day, about 40,000 steps a day, and it was by far the most mentally, physically draining challenge I've ever done. So
coming back and having one of Gus's sessions, a bit of a walk in the park?
Yeah, it is now. Hopefully it stays that way for a while. But yeah, I feel really strong from it, but it's different, you know, you're walking and climbing mountains, not running sideways.
So mentally, what did you and your brother and your dad, what do you think you got out of that?
Oh, it's just so incredibly powerful. There's no other trek like it in the world. I mean, the physical challenge, but then on this one little track, there was a whole war fought, and it was probably the most significant war Australia's ever fought in to defend. You know, Papua New Guinea was Australian territory at that time, and we were defending our own land, and the Japanese hadn't had a loss on land in World War II. It was the first loss they were inflicted with, and just to be there on the 75th anniversary. We were in Kokoda village for Anzac Day, had a dawn service, and just the sacrifice, the men who gave their lives for our nation and to protect our Aussie values is just incredible. Unfortunately, you know, largely forgotten, and a lot of people who come to Australia don't realise the significance and the sacrifice of what people have done.
Yeah, a lot of our internationals, some of our boys probably got no idea what it's all about. So it's good to get a bit of an insight into. So, how many were in your party?
There's about 11 in the trek from all around Australia, different ones, and a few of them had connections, like a grandfather that had fought on the track or in the war, and so a few older guys like Dad. Dad was the only one to carry his own pack the whole way. The others had porters to carry theirs, so it was an incredible effort for him and for his 60th.
And what was the weather challenges that were there?
Well, it was a tropical jungle, so it's 35 degrees, humid. So coming back to Melbourne You know, it was 5 degrees in the morning kind of thing. It was a bit of a shock to the system, and I've been a bit sick since getting back. I think just the weather change, and but it was good to get 90 minutes under the belt on the weekend, and just adjusting back to it now. So
yeah, I was talking to your dad on the weekend too, and he seemed to be quite pleased with the boys and himself's effort. And personally, what was he? How did he end up? Still physically fit at the end of it?
He did really well. He only had one fall and sprained his little finger, but everyone was falling over because it was really muddy. You're stepping up 1 metre steps and down, and so a lot of people fell over. But he did really well, and it's fun. You're walking for so long that you kind of get sore, recover, and then get stronger, all while you're still doing the trek, because it goes for 8 days. So it's a fascinating thing. You wouldn't think you could drag your body through it, but you do.
So while you're walking and struggling, in the back of your mind you're thinking it's nothing to what the actual soldiers did?
Yeah, well, wearing hiking gear and fed well, and you know, they were starving, carrying guns, fighting a very well-trained enemy. You know, the Japanese were experts in jungle warfare, and our first battalion up there was a militia group, the 39th, who held them off for a couple of weeks. Just a phenomenal against the odds victory. Most of the battle sites, Australia was 6-1 outnumbered, and just incredible, quite incredible, really moving, really powerful.
Well, good to see you back without any injuries this week. Gus says you're on the team sheet. How you've got to be really super fit for that.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think, you know, we haven't played the next 3 teams under us, second, third and fourth. So to play Caulfield, who are second, is going to be good. I'm looking forward to getting a real look at where we're at as a team and playing currently the next best team in the league away. It's going to be, I can't wait. I like the score.
So do we. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks, mate.
Come in! An option! Away! Away! Run! Run! Come in! Stay tight!
As long as I'm 10 metres away from goal, so Tuesday, Thursday night training. I go to get out of bed on Friday morning, and I think I'm out of bed, I'm still in bed.
So the boys aren't always playing football, they do get up to other things down at Lawton Park. Begins with the D. Can you guess what they're up to next?
So the boys are settling in well, got the dominoes out and got the money out as well.
4 dominoes done. 4 each. Yeah, there's my cat. Good, get round. Throwing your fella out of this. Come on, George.
This is the social side of Laney.
Turn him over, he's got more than 10 out. Mate, thank God I got really bad.
You're right there.
Out. If I didn't get rid of that 6, I'd be us 4. You win.
4, 7.
Who's up, Jen? Go on, Gail.
Yeah, Ben. Yes, bro.
What happened there quite a lot of the time is you had a bank of 3 running as a bank of 3. And stop. I'm joined by the senior women's captain, Catherine Webb, after Sunday's draw 2-2 with Harrisfield Hurricanes. Catherine, how did you go? What was your feelings after the game in the weekend?
We started the game all right, a couple of goals, so it was not bad, but then we kind of dropped a little bit, which they took advantage of with a few shots. Gave it all we could, but yeah, it wasn't enough in the end, so we got the draw.
That's all right. And what's next on the calendar for the senior women's team?
We got Knox away next week. A couple of us have seen the girls play before, so hopefully we've know what to do and can get a win.
And what are the girls working on just now at training?
A bit of everything, a bit more defence, so we don't really let many goals in. Pressure, just fitness, yeah.
No worries, thanks very much for joining us, Cass. Thanks for joining us. That's almost it from Langy TV Midweek Roundup. My name is Liam Bentley. A couple of quick reminders for you though, guys. We have one of our major functions, the Langy Music Trivia Night this Saturday night. Get down, great night and good fundraiser for the club. And of course, don't forget, 1 versus 2 this Saturday, Langwarren away to Caulfield United Cobras at Victory Park at 3 p.m. on Saturday. So get down there and support the Langy boys.